Then Prophet Isa replies and he says, oh, but this guy says, now we are in Hawiyah. So Prophet Isa says, what is Hawiyah? He says, it is Sijin. What is Sijin? And he replies and he says, they are twisted mountains of fire whose flames flare upon us till the day of judgment. The Prophet says that in such a condition, what did you say? When you are put into this fire, what did you say? And the man replied, he says, we told the angels, send us back, we are going to change. And the angel said, it is too late for you to change now. And then Prophet Isa replies, and he says, why are you the only one who spoke to me, not the others? Because I asked everybody, but you are the only one who replied. And this man replies and he says that their mouths are bridled with fire and they cannot speak. The Prophet says, why can you speak? He says, because even though they were doing the sins, they were committing the sins, and I was not committing the sins, I was just sitting and watching them doing it, and I was not joining them. Therefore, I am in the fire. The only thing that I'm saved of is my mouth, that I can talk to you. He says that I was not committing the sins. I was only sitting over here. But I did not stop them from committing the sins. There are 3 reasons why one should not befriend a wicked person. A sinner distances one from those who do good. You will notice when a person, there's good news. You know, good news will not spread as fast as bad news. I think we realize that. We are human beings. When you say something bad about a person, it travels faster. In fact, it is said, and this is in our community, it is said that when one person does anything wrong in New York, the person in Dar es Salaam has already heard about it. And it is very true. It is so true because these days email and text messages and everything just spread so rapidly that the bad news travels faster than the good news. When you turn on the TV in the news, you see what sells is what? The evil. And today what happened? A robbery. Today what happened? An accident. Today what happened? A theft or something like that. Isn't it true? The first thing that people want to listen to is the bad things that have happened. When they turn off the TV, oh, I don't know why bad things happen. Can't they give good news? Next day, again the news. We can't stay away from the evil. Yani, we are attracted to this evil. No, we are not attracted to this evil. It is the waswasa that shaitan puts inside of us that makes us attracted to this evil. You and I have a better realm, a better place to go to, a higher place. But you know what? We don't focus on that. A sinner can easily influence others to commit sins. And number 3, a sinner does not honor the greatness of Allah. If a sinner obeys his desires, which he takes as his God, do you think a sinner is going to honor the greatness of Allah? No. And if he doesn't honor the greatness of one who created him, how can he honor the greatness of one who has been created? You think he's going to honor you as a human being? Eventually he's going to turn around too. Tonight we continue to pay tribute to those who gave their lives up in Karbala. But before we do, it is important to understand that these friendships that they had, you will notice many times Imam Hussein told his companions, you go ahead, we are coming. Go ahead, we are coming. We will follow you. We will follow you. Yes or no? And in every instance, the Imam would take so many of those dead bodies and bring them into the tents with the help of his companions. Every one of them, one by one, one by one. The love that Imam had for his companions. That every dead body, it is said, he would bring them to the camps back. Finally, when all of his companions had gone, it was only the family of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein that was left. Only the family. The first person who asked permission from his family was his son Ali ibn al-Hussein, Ali Akbar. And Ali Akbar was the only person that when he came to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, Imam Hussein did not refuse. He did not refuse. Throughout the journey, from Mecca to Karbala, it is said that Imam al-Hussein used to ask a person by the name of Hajjaj bin Masruq to recite the adhan. Every single day, Hajjaj bin Masruq would recite the adhan. Wherever they stopped, it was Hajjaj who recited the adhan. The 8 days they were in Karbala, it was Hajjaj who recited the adhan. But on the 9th day, on the day of Ashur, Imam Hussein told Ali Akbar to recite the adhan. You know why? Because when they were leaving Medina and the caravan was ready to depart, it is said that some of the older ladies of Medina would come to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein and told him, Yabna Rasulullah, you want to leave? You can leave. We agree. But don't take Ali Akbar. Don't take him with you. And Imam al-Hussein asks, why? Why shouldn't I take him with me? They says, because his face resembles the Prophet Rasulullah. These older people of Medina who used to remember the Prophet, they would say that whenever we wanted to think of the Prophet, we would just look at the face of Ali Akbar, Ali ibn al-Hussein. And on the day of Ashur, when Imam al-Hussein asked Ali Akbar to recite the adhan, it was a message to the enemies. Do you remember who we are? Do you know who we are? Do you know where we come from? Doesn't he remind you of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? This was the message. When he gave the adhan, all the ladies in the tents were crying. Because they knew this was the last day they would ever get to not only hear the adhan by someone who resembled the Prophet, but because they knew that this boy, this young boy who was 18 or 20, was one who would be slaughtered during the course of the day. And that the caravan would return back to Medina without a resemblance of the Prophet. Yeah, please give me permission to go and fight. My son Ali, you have my permission, but before you go visit your Aunt Zainab. She used to look after you since you were a child. Go visit her. When Ali Akbar goes to the tents, he opens the tents. All the companions had gone. But when they see Ali Akbar coming in, they knew what it meant. They knew that it was now time for the Ahlul Bayt to come one by one and go one by one. Zainab says, "Oh Ali, is it true that you have come to bid farewell to your Aunt Zainab?" And Ali replies, "My aunt, it is true, but I have one favor to ask of you." What is that favor? That when I am gone, look after my mother, because she will not be able to bear the separation after I am gone. Layla, it is said that after she found out about the death of her son Ali Akbar, she says that my son, the only consolation a mother has of her departed son is that she can see him in the dreams at night. But my son Ali, how can a mother even be able to see her son when she cannot even sleep at night and remember how you were mutilated? How they tore you apart from limb to limb?